not a woman in any sense of the word.
In March, DA Sally Moreno charged Carroll for rape allegedly committed while incarcerated at the Central California Women's Facility in Chowchilla.
After his first cellmate became pregnant and was moved to Los Angeles, two other cellmates of his complained that he had raped them. So we have filed rape charges against this inmate.
Moreno says the ruling regarding pronouns impacts her ability to prosecute the case.
This is a particular issue in this case because it's confusing to the jury. In California, rape is a crime that has to be accomplished by a man.
Supervising Deputy DA Eric Dutemple says it's also unfair to the victims.
It's just absolutely insane that a victim would have to get on the stand and police their pronouns and their usage when trying to recite one of the most scariest times in their lives.
Carroll was allowed to serve time in a women's prison despite being a biological male because of Senate Bill 132, the Transgender Respect Agency and Dignity Act, which took effect in 2021.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Quadash, double honors to apostles of GMS, and sincere Shalom to the brothers out there pushing the truth and sincerity. And, well, I never thought I'd see the day where pronouns actually be used against these people. It's funny how I didn't really... the fact that anybody was able to do it and pull it off and just actually use the law against the system was actually quite impressive. I know we made jokes about it, about we should be able to do this and do that by using these pronouns, but we know how stupid it is. But this guy used it to his advantage and got hooked into a fucking female prison, and it was allowed because guess what? They got to go by their own laws. Which I thought they could just redact that and just send him to any other jail. But no, he got away with it. And now he's put into a male's prison. So people will probably start using this as a way to actually, justify a lot of things they do. But if they decide to change all these Transformers laws, the Transformers themselves will get pissed. And they're the main attraction right now because Esau puts a lot of money to these guys. More money than he did the females. Right? So, it's just funny, honestly, because the main thing that was getting everybody so pissed off was pronouns. And I don't Jake using it to their advantage, right? So this is 1 Corinthians 7:31. It says, "And they that use this world as not abusing it, for the fashion of this world is passeth away." Now, this ain't going towards us, of course. We know, it's like this is going towards us. This ain't going towards the guy, because we know that we use this world, but we don't abuse it. Now, we ain't going to use the whole pronouns thing. We just talk about it as jokes. But we know how to conduct ourselves as accordingly, right? So it says the fashion of this world passeth away. Let's go into that for a second. So I got the definition of it. It says the habitus as compromising everything in a person which strikes the sense, the figure, bearing, discourse, action. It's like a discourse, action, manner of life. So it says it's comprising, right? So these are the things like what these people think of as like, oh, this is my identity. This is my pronouns. This is that fashion that these people come up with the manner of life, right? It says for the fashion of this world passeth away, which also includes the way these people think. Everything that America has actually drilled into these people is going to pass away. That's why even our own women that pretty much go off, they're going to be snapped back right. These Transformers are going to get killed left and right. Because guess what? People are backfiring against this stuff. Or should I say retaliating against it. That's why they keep showing the news about this Transformer getting off and all this other stuff. So they ain't worried about much. But there's going to be an uproar soon enough. right? So the way of the Babylonian Jews on these people is going to pretty much be dismissed when all hell breaks loose, when that dollar crash. More importantly, because that's what everybody lives off of. That's how these people keep the mindset they want to keep going on. Because what's the people's biggest complaint right now? Money. Money keeps up that lifestyle that they want. Even with the whole pronoun thing, pronouns only means but so much. But the people, them guys, are going to start wanting money more than anything as well, because it's what it's like. That's how they get that stuff funded. Of course, to read something primarily. All right. So this is Isaiah 5:20. It says, "Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil." And the reason I wanted to get this is because we out there telling people how backwards this society is. So they're going to call us evil regardless. But they're going to call this place good, despite all the stuff that goes on here. But calling a transformer good, calling a flame is good. And y'all, but the people here, the main ones getting mad at them. Including with the whole system, including with the people in charge, of course, the government and primarily Esau. But these are the same people that said we don't trust the government, but they're still considered good. Why? Because we'll still take their handouts and everything. We'll fight and defend this place. So you're basically calling them good, or ultimately calling Esau good, because why? He runs this place. This is his kingdom. So this is what happens when they come against us, calling us evil. All the things that we tell that's going to happen to these people, what's going to backfire to them, it's too late for them. This is the bed they made. This is the one they're going to have to sleep in. Of course, the Lord kept them asleep, so they're going to be knocked out in their sleep, getting beat up in their sleep. They can't wake up in anything. This is the repercussions of them. I'm not talking about just with this video, but I'm talking about with all the riots and all this other stuff. Talking about, oh, this place is so great, but they got hella riots going on here. We got the value of the dollar dropping. You got people dying left and right. Not from just, I'm not talking about diseases. I'm talking about actual guns and stuff. So, but this place is all good, right? With the good of this place comes a lot of evil. And that's what you get. So, I ain't mad that this guy used the pronouns against these guys, against the system. Hey, do what you gotta do. It benefited him for a while before he got sent to an actual prison. So, it doesn't matter for now. This is Jeremiah 51 and 58. It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken, and that her high gates shall be burned with fire, and the people shall labor in vain, and the folk in the fire they shall be weary." So, with all the stuff that's going on, you will understand that these people are already in the fire. That's why they're so pissed off with everything that's been going on for the past, 4, 5, 6 years now? Especially when that sea crown hit. These people are already in the fire and they're tired. Their way goes to being tired and frustrated and angry. And you're seeing on a daily basis. But let's jump up further, where it talks about the broad walls of Babylon shall be utterly broken. Now, we know one side is actually talking about entirely. Actually, let me just go into the definition. That's so I can give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. This is the definition of wall. Of course, we know what a wall is, but you know the structures and all this other stuff that comes with it. But when you scroll down to 4, it says an extreme or desperate position or a state of defeat, failure, or ruin. Now, you think about a wall. You see this place. You see how open it is. All this other stuff. Think of a wall around it. You would think of that as if you went to daycare. Prime example, you would think it's a playground because that's all this place seems like to be. Even though it's meant to screw you over, the playground is just screwing you over with a whole bunch of different kids. You got the big bullies, and then you got the little people that's pretty much getting bullied, right? So it's like a big ass playground, right? Well, you're known for this specific thing as a child, and you just stuck there, learning new things as that child, but you're just learning new things of wickedness as a child, right? That wall breaks down, and guess what? You've seen things that you've never seen before that terrifies you because you're so stuck in that dark place that when it's knocked down, now you're in a panic because you're like, okay, what the hell is going on now, right? So you're in that you're just being stuck in an extreme or desperate position or a state of defeat because now everything you saw in there is being taken away or destroyed. And that's these people's mindset because when you look at it, the for the past good amount of years, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, that people lived in that comfortable lifestyle. Of course, making money was always kind of hard, but it's even harder now. So when you take away that luxurious things that these people have ever known, they're in a state of panic. That's why riots happen. That's why Jake's still running his stores, taking stuff. Of course, because they want to, but because things more likely got hard for them. Everything they had was pretty much gone. A lot of them ended up in jail, came back with nothing. It's a whole slew of things. And you had a bunch of Edomites even rioted at one point 2 years ago. So that tells you something. What's the first thing in the movie? I'm sorry, not even in the movie. When you see it in the news, when Edomites lose all that stuff, they're the first ones to jump off a building. They can't handle it like we can. Even then, the state of our people, as of right now, could barely handle it. We just know how to adapt. So, all these laws, all these things that keep these people safe, or to keep them having their luxurious style, or be able to do as much wickedness as they can, it's going to be coming to a close very soon. Very, very soon. So nobody won't be able to make use of pronouns or make use of what the law says you can do and what you can't do. When this place really closes, every man makes their own rules at that point. And we see what happens from there. But that's all I wanted to go to. So, little one, this is a little edifying with that. Shalom.